All right. Hi, everyone. I am here today with my friend Waylon and his mom Rachel and his sister Hannah. How are you guys today?
We're good. How are you, Molly?
I am great. It's so good to see your faces. Thanks so much for Zooming with me. This is kind of new technology for me, so I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I think I just want to explain. So, throughout the week, we are going to be talking about different things and different abilities and what makes people unique, and as well as different reasons why someone might come to Easter Seals. Do you mind if I ask you guys some questions?
Sure.
Rachel, what is something that makes you unique?
It's always easy to tell you what makes your kids unique, but yourself is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, and maybe this is quirky, but which is unique in its own way. I love to read. I would rather read a book than watch a movie. If someone gave me $1 million and said, go shop for whatever you want, I would probably go to Barnes and Noble first. So reading is kind of my thing.
I love that. I love that. What about you, Hannah? What is something that makes you unique?
I used to have really dark and straight hair, but suddenly it went extremely curly.
Really? That's kind of cool. Do you like your curly hair?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What is something that makes Waylon unique?
What makes you unique, Way? Well, clearly you can see he's kind of a comedian.
He's a comedian. That's awesome.
But I think something that makes him unique is Waylon loves music. He loves all music. He loves to dance to music, and he kind of has a ear for music, and he really knows what he wants when he wants it. And so right now he's really into the Rolling Stones, and he will say, Mom, I want to listen to I Can't Get No Satisfaction. So I don't know if that's appropriate for a 3-year-old, but
Yeah.
so Waylon is unique in the fact that he definitely kind of a little rock and roller at heart.
Yeah, definitely loves the classics. That's pretty awesome. I did not know that about Waylon. Thanks for sharing. Now, there is another uniqueness about Waylon that led you guys to come to Easter Seals so that Waylon could get just a little extra help that he needed. Do you want to tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so when I was 18 weeks pregnant with Waylon, Hannah, myself, and my husband, Cody, went to the doctor, went to find out if the baby was going to be a boy or a girl, and get the anatomy scan. And during the process of all of that, the sonotech got really quiet. I guess mother's intuition right away knew something was not right. Sonotech said, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go talk to the doctor. She came back and she said, there's some things I'm seeing, there's some things I'm not seeing. Went and got the doctor, put us in a room. And we were told that Waylon had spina bifida. This was before we knew if we were having a boy or a girl. Very emotional, kind of traumatic day for us. Mm-hmm. And then at 33 weeks, I went into labor. They stopped it. But at 34 weeks, Waylon was born, and he had a hole in his spine. And that's what spina bifida is. When the baby is developing, the spine doesn't close all the way. And so Waylon has the most severe form of spina bifida, which is called myelomeningocele. The hole in his back was pretty big as it ruptured during labor. But I would say, so it appeared to be softball size. I bet it's about golf ball size. Okay. And when he was 18 hours old, a neurosurgeon went in, stitched his back up, put his spinal cord back into his body. Wow. And then at 9 months old, Waylon received a shunt over here on this part of his head. Is a catheter basically that helps drain the fluid from his brain, as he has Arnold-Chiari malformation, which means the fluid from his brain can't properly drain into his body. Hit your head? Yeah. And so basically spina bifida, myelomeningocele, which is the form that he has, is a hole in the spine. A lot of different people who have spina bifida, they call it the snowflake defect, which means no case is the same. Waylon has the most severe form, but luckily we have the best outcome with him. So we had to start seeing Easter seals. Carolyn is our physical therapist to help Waylon walk and with his mobility.
Wow, that is such an amazing story. So Waylon can walk now because of his hard work and Easter seals, right?
Yes. So when Waylon was first born, I was very skeptical. I was skeptical and positive. It was kind of a weird combination of emotions. I was being told that my son wouldn't have a quality life. He would never walk. He would never be able to go to the bathroom. He would never eat on his own. Lots of different scary things as anyone, especially as a parent, you don't want to hear. And when he was right before he turned 1, we started talking to Easter seals about getting therapy. We decided on once a week for a couple months, start seeing Carolyn. And at the beginning, I was like, she's not doing it enough. He's not, he should be rolling. He should be doing this. He should be crawling. And I was not patient. And I was not, I didn't have trust in the system and trust in Easter seals. Just because as a parent, you want your child to excel immediately. You always want them to be the best. But I remember it was August, I believe it was 2019, I think 2019. I pulled into daycare and Waylon walked down the driveway to me with his walker. And this is a baby or a child who was never supposed to walk, never supposed to be able to have any kind of quality of life. And he not only walked, but he almost ran to me in his walker. And then a week later, I pulled into daycare and he and his friends were kind of running down the cul-de-sac playing together.
Oh my God.
And all of that really is attributed to the hard work from Easter seals, the dedication. And, it was a home effort, yes, but we were so blessed to have his therapist come to him at daycare every week. And I didn't have to be there. I didn't have to miss work. Yeah. She came and I knew that he was in good hands and that he was going to get the things that he needed.
That is awesome. And we are so proud of Waylon and everything he has done. You mentioned that Waylon used to use a walker. For some of our friends out there that might not know what a walker is or how it helps, can you kind of explain that to maybe some of our friends out there that have maybe seen a walker before but aren't quite sure what to think of it?
So most people, when they think a walker, they think of maybe an elderly person who has to use a walker. They're just in a stage of their life where they just need a little extra help. Well, same thing with Waylon, but instead of the walker going in front of him, it wrapped around his back. And so it went with his body. Instead of pushing the walker, it kind of just moved him forward with momentum. And it's a small little pediatric walker. It's not this big thing. Although it's bulky, it's not big in front of you. And at first, Waylon had a lot. Your walker? You remember your walker? It didn't hit you? Okay, good. But while it was bulky, it really gave him the freedom and the independency to learn how to walk on his own. And we thought, it's not bulky, okay. It didn't bonk you, good. We thought he would have that walker forever. And luckily, he quickly, less than a year of using it, which seems like a long time, but really it's not. He was only 2.5 years old when he stopped using his walker. Yeah. We just celebrated his 3rd birthday in January, and he hasn't used his walker since summertime of 2019, a little after summertime of 2019. So we got really lucky there. Yeah. Hopefully he'll never have one again. As he gets older, he may need further assistance with walking, just as people's spina bifida grow and they gain more weight, their legs don't have the stability and the strength. And so, but we know that and we're prepared for that. But right now we're just going with Waylon just walks.
Yeah. And so his walker, when he had one, that's nothing for anyone to think it's weird, right? It was just a tool to help him move a little better, right?
It was just a tool to help him move a little bit. And really it's kind of, as a parent, you get kind of protective of your child. no matter what ability or different abilities. And so I remember being in a store one time, we're at Farm King, and we were walking. It had wide aisles, which was great for Waylon because he wasn't only going to run over anyone's ankles. And I remember being kind of self-conscious about the situation because I'm like, what are they going to think about my kid? You know, he's walking with his walker. And obviously I was being selfish and thinking of myself and not Waylon. And the coolest thing happened. Other little kids his age were asking about it and intrigued by it and excited about it and wanted to know where they could get one instead of being, you know, like, well, that's weird, or why does he have that? You know, and so it just teaches you that we are not born to think differently of others and to have hate in our hearts. You know, we really are ingrained from the get-go to be accepting and to want to get along with everyone else. And that was probably the coolest thing that happened with his walker. Because I was so I was starting to hate it because it was kind of a pain to get in and out of the car all the time, or to, you know, trip over it in the house or whatever. And so the fact that there were these little 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old kids kind of excited about it, I think also gave Waylon the confidence to want to use it more.
Do you think it was encouraging to have kids ask you and ask Waylon about it versus just staring or being unsure about it?
Yeah. So, I mean, and you know, the older I get and the more mature I get, I definitely, and with having a child with different abilities, I thought, you know, when I was younger, I found myself staring at someone who maybe was in a wheelchair or had forearm crutches or has some kind of physical abnormality. And then when it happens to you and you have this kid needs some kind of, you know, assistance, all you want is for other people to, instead of just stare, I'd rather have someone say, why does he need to use that? I am in no way offended by that. I'd rather have that than get the, you know, looks, because sometimes people can be judgmental. And sometimes you may get a look that definitely makes you feel like you yourself are not being a good parent, or that you did something wrong to make your child have this different ability. And as a parent, you're already judging yourself a lot. And so to have people just open to it and want to learn about it and be positive about it definitely is reassuring and comforting.
Awesome. I agree with you. And then one more question. I saw recently, and kind of to that, in a picture, that Waylon wears something on his legs to help him walk a little better sometimes.
Yeah, so Waylon wears AFOs. They're ankle foot orthotics. He wears a ground reaction style AFO. It kind of goes, here, you want to stand up? It kind of goes above his knee. You can't really see it very well, but they're kind of up to here.
Okay.
They go around his ankle. And it just gives him the support that he doesn't have in specifically his ankles. From his knees up, he's pretty strong. He doesn't need a lot of assistance, which is great. He has strong hip flexors, which is important, and strong glutes, which is really important for walking. He just doesn't have that ankle strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just another one of those things that if other kids were, you know, to be out in the community and see Waylon with those on his legs, they're just a part of him and they just help him walk a little better, right?
Yep. And Waylon has gotten to the point now where he wants his braces on because he knows that helps him walk. Like at nighttime, we call it let your feet breathe time. Where we take his braces off, take his shoes off, takes his socks off, because, you know, he can kind of his feet can kind of get sweaty in his braces and stuff, but the older he gets, he doesn't want to take them off because he knows that that's what's going to help him walk and be strong. And it's just another part of Waylon. It's part of it doesn't make him who he is, but it's part of who he is and part of his uniqueness.
Yep.
You know, he's not fast with his braces on, and he cobbles a little bit and walks kind of like a penguin with his braces, but he can keep up with the best of them when he does have them on.
That's
Thank you.
awesome. That is so cool. Hey, Waylon, do you mind if I ask you some questions?
Look, you want to talk to Molly?
Waylon, how old are you?
How old are you? How old are you? Can you tell Molly 3?
3 years old.
Are you 3? Hey, I'm gonna tickle you. I'm gonna tickle you. Tell Molly how old you are. How old are you? Are you gonna be a stinker?
So big 3. Do you have any favorite foods, Waylon?
What's your favorite food? Skunk.
Skunk. Ooh.
My child never ate skunk. I don't know why he says
Sounds like a delicacy. I'll have to put it on my list. Waylon, what is your favorite toy?
What's your favorite toy? Hey, is it? No? What's your favorite toy? Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. I have some dinosaur fans at my house. Do you have a favorite dinosaur?
T-Rex? Yeah, T-Rex.
T-Rex. That's everyone's fan favorite. I love it. Hannah, what was that?
He roars.
Oh, he roars. Can you roar for me? Hannah, what is your favorite thing to do with Waylon?
Watch movies and eat snacks.
Watch movies and eat snacks. Those are good ones. Those are good go-tos. What about you, Mom? What's your favorite thing to do with Waylon?
Probably we just got into a nighttime routine, which is amazing. Okay, I tell Molly our story. And so we have a nighttime routine where I get to read to him a nighttime story before bedtime, before he gets in his big boy bed. That's probably my favorite thing to do with him right now at this stage of life for him.
Yeah.
Just because it's quiet, which as a working parent, I really like.
Yes. Yeah, I can understand that.
It's time for me to relax. And it's just, we turn on the nightlight, turn on his star nightlight, and we pick a book. Right now, he's big into Wonky Donkey. And we read a book, and then he holds my hand and goes to bed. So that's probably my favorite thing to do with him right now.
Aw, I love that. Well, I really appreciate your guys' time today. I have one more question before we go. We've been focusing a lot on how to be a friend, right? How to be a good friend to everyone. And we've been focusing on the 6 B's, which are be patient, be kind, be brave, be inclusive, be smart, and be yourself. Rachel, what is your favorite B?
Buggy. Probably patient. And people who know me will probably laugh when they hear me say that, because I'm not a patient person. So I kind of need to keep my own words there. But becoming a parent to a child with different abilities, you really learn some patience. You learn patience with yourself. You learn patience with doctors. You learn patience with your child, with the system, the healthcare system, with support systems, and you learn to be patient with other people, and people who don't have any type of different ability. And I am not a patient person. I want things now. I want the outcome that I want. And so when you have a child who is delayed physically, and he was delayed in other areas too because he was born premature, I had to be patient. And so I think, I feel like I'm more of a patient person, but I want to continue to be a patient person. And I would encourage, especially other parents who maybe just got their child's diagnosis, which we call D-Day, Diagnosis Day, is to be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your child, and be patient just all around, and know that it's all going to be okay.
I love that. Hannah, do you have a favorite B?
Be yourself.
Why is that?
Because like, if you're not being yourself, that can really hurt self-confidence, and you need self-confidence or else it's just nothing's going to work out, and it just plays a really big role in everything.
I love that. That's a great answer. Waylon, do you have a favorite B?
His would probably be funny, but it's not really a choice.
I think Waylon would want everyone to be kind, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep.
I love that.
Be kind and be yourself. That's probably be his too.
I love it. Is there anything else you guys want anyone to know at all while you have the platform?
I think my big thing is it's okay to be different. You should be different. You should, we're born unique. We need to stay unique. We don't need to conform to what other people think we should be. And Waylon has really taught me that as a parent, or as a female, I think especially, you find yourself maybe trying to fit in a little bit more with the popular people or with certain groups of people. And when you become a parent, that changes. But when you become a parent with a child with a different ability, I don't like calling it a disability, I like calling it a different ability. You learn that stuff's not important anymore to fit in with other people. You learn that the most important thing is to be who you are, stay true to who you are, and to be accepting. Until you're in those shoes where, maybe you feel like you're being judged or you feel like people are staring at you, you have no idea. And, I know when we went to Limestone last month or whatever for their closing ceremony, I think that is what it had a huge impact on me. I got really emotional because sometimes teenage kids are the hardest to get through to. They're very judgmental on one another. They're in such a shaping form of their lives. They're trying to be adults. They still want to hold on to their youth. And sometimes that gets the best of them. And maybe they do and say things that aren't as nice to those who have a different ability. Ability is the same as the person they're talking to.
Yeah.
But that made such an impact because those students were really, I feel like, and even if it was just for those couple weeks, that's okay. Like at least it was something. And I hope that they continue to do that. I hope that spreads. Because I just think it's so important, especially like when we in this pandemic stage where we can easily, forget how to be kind to people. We can forget, just how to say please and thank you, or to reach out to those in need, especially those with disabilities. We can't forget that. And I see such a kind of blossom of that happening now, which is great, and people are reaching out and helping their neighbors. But we can't forget to do that once this pandemic passes. We have to do it all.
Definitely. I definitely agree with you. You are just a rock star of a mom. Your whole family is wonderful. Hannah, thanks for helping out. Waylon, it was good to see you wherever you went. This was really wonderful. And
say bye to Mom.
Bye, Waylon. We hope we get to see your smiley faces soon when this is all over. But for now, I think your message has been very impactful, and we can't wait for the community to see. So thank you so much, guys.
Bye.
All right. See you later.
I can't hear you, Molly.
Bye-bye.